people that were managing everybody's money for the trust fund and everything. And I sat down, and they gave me like all these papers, and immediately I was ready to sign them, and there was really nowhere to sign on them, and that was the first time I got a bad feeling. They sat me down, and they were like, all right, here's what happened to your $2 million inheritance. And immediately, I was like, what do you mean $2 million inheritance? And my mom claims, she wasn't there, like I went back and I talked to her, she claimed that she never told me it was $5 million.
Matt K, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. Here we go.
Okay.
She claims that she never said that. I know that she said that. I distinctly remember it. It's one of the childhood memories I remember most vividly. She said that she told me $2 million. She never told me $5 million. Okay? So, they were like, first of all, your stocks haven't been doing well in the economy. And I was like, okay, I pretty much figured that. I mean, that was pretty obvious. Unfortunately, I lost a little bit more than half of my money, and this is where we start writing down what happened here. So we got $2 million. I'm going to need a calculator at some point.
I can do your math.
So that brings me down to $900,000. So we're already under $1 million at this point. The originator of my trust was my great-grandma, and the way that she made the money was writing Dick, Jane, and Sally, which were educational books, which were supposed to teach kids to read. And part of the stipulation of the trust fund is that all the
You don't know how to read, you don't get it.
I would punch you right now in the stomach. Part of the stipulation was that all of the education that the child receives will be paid for out of his trust fund.
I knew it.
Dude, shut up.
We called that years ago.
Be quiet, man. The education could be decided however it was going to be done by the parents of the child. And my parents decided to send me to 7 years of MKA. So this is where we need the calculator. 7 times $35,000.
$245.
So that's how much?
$245.
What's 900,000 minus 200?
655.
$655,000 is what we're down to now. As well as Cedar Ridge, which was $100,000 for 364 days.
You paid for Cedar Ridge?
Yes.
Holy shit.
Cedar Ridge is $100,000.
Yes. As well as full. Hold on, just let me finish
Let
here.
it keep going.
Full Sail, which was $30,000.
Is that your auction school?
No, that was the film school that I went to.
Florida.
Dynamy, which was in Worcester, Massachusetts, was $18,000. And then
So you're at 507.
507.
I'm down to 507.
On your sheet.
Okay. As well as 3 years of private school, elementary school in England, which was I forget. It was something. It was something in the teens of thousands. I don't remember. It was like around. We'll call it $15,000
A year?
Yeah. So times 3.
45.
So that's $45,000.
That leaves you
That
60.
leaves me with how much?
462.
462. And then there were other various educational summer camps and tutoring sessions, which didn't add up to very much. It was a small number. It was like something like $10,000 or $12,000 for all of it.
Call it 12.
Yeah,
So make it 450.
Now, at this point, I was literally crying. And then they were like, and like at this point, I thought it had to be over. And then they were like, and the other thing that was a stipulation in the will was that all of the health expenses, including I paid for my own birth. Okay, now I was covered I was covered by my dad's health insurance until I turned 18 years old. However, even when you have health insurance, you still have to pay a small amount of money.
Premiums, yeah.
So the premiums came out to, it was like a really uneven number, but it was over 60,000. It was like a little bit over $60,000 in change.
So
Like,
$390.
it was like 61 something.
$389.
You didn't tell your parents to tell you any of this.
Hold on. Well, what are we down to?
$389.
Then, when when I was no longer covered under my dad's health insurance, my dad told me multiple times to get health insurance. He told me multiple times.
I did too.
But he never
Get
said
health
why.
insurance. But he never said why, and in my mind, I was like, well, my parents are paying for it, so who cares? I didn't know that I was paying for that. So just the other day, just the other, hold on, and what I'm about to factor, this is not including the last 2 months where I've basically been at Mountainside Hospital and ran up like a $4,000 bill.
Is that all?
The time from when I was 18 to now, I've had 12 cavities filled, each of which cost $400 and something dollars.
$5 grand.
Had $5,000 is what it adds up to. So it's $5,000 just in cavities. There's a lot of dental bills here. Then in just dental appointments, it was like fucking, I don't know, like $2,000 or something. And then in health, like other like, you know, accidents that I've had and had to go to the doctor and gotten sick and like, you know, bronchitis and shit like that, it was fucking another, I think it was like a little bit under $5,000. We'll call it $4,500. We'll call it $4,000. So
$378.
$378.
and that's the number right there.
That's your $5 million
Pre-tax or post-tax?
That's my $5 million.
before taxes.
Before
What
taxes.
was the final?
378.
So basically, in 4 years, I will be if Matt Kay and Dave Kennard had a baby, in 4 years I will be broker than that baby. Is basically what that means.
Wait, why does your life cost like $100,000 a year?
Actually, what, $200 grand? You could actually.
You are gonna have to
And
pay
this number is still going down because of the economy. Right now, it's all in
The
stocks.
stock market is like way up this year, actually.
So, basically, you know, I thought that the worst day of my life was already behind me. And this is basically the worst day of my entire life. And basically, I mean, honestly, like, I know it sounds ridiculous, but I kind of want to make $5 million now because I just can't accept not having it. And like, I'm at this point, like, I'm honestly considering even getting a job, being a fucking trash man, and moving up the trash man ladder. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even
Trash
kidding.
man manager does make $5 million a year.
I'm just saying,
If mom
like,
connects, you might.
Oh, that sucks, man.
This is the most pathetic phone call I've ever got. We're gonna have to change that over-under on Wayne turning 30 to run out.
Wow.
and at this point, because I got my money, I'm totally cut off and have to pay for all my expenses as well.
What does that cost you a month?
Like $50,000 a year.
That's not that bad. So how do you get, if it's out of 200,000, then yeah, that's 4 years.
Yeah, in 4 years I'll be living on the street.
Well,
Or in
okay.
like Dave Kennard's garage.
You think Dave Kennard's going to have a garage in 4 years?
Yeah, bro, you should have gotten a public school.